All right, let's look at this problem. It says the radius of the planet Neptune is approximately 15,300 miles. How is this number of miles written in scientific notation? Okay, so let's just go over the rules of scientific notation. And it says we're going to have a number that's in the range of 1 to 9. Then we're going to have a decimal point. And then we're going to have potentially some other numbers here, and then we're going to have a multiplication sign, and then the number 10, and then an exponent. That's it. It'll always follow this rule. So just based on this alone, where I have to have a number here that's in the range of 1 to 9, when I look at my answers, and you look at A, that first number before the decimal is a 0. And that is not in the rule. The rule says it has to be a number between 1 and 9, so this is not the answer. And by the same reasoning, B can't be the answer either because it starts with a 0. Okay? So that's going to help you a lot just to know that that very first number is in the range of 1 to 9. Okay, now we're left with two other possibilities, and the only difference in these two is the exponent. This has an exponent of 4, and this has an exponent of -4. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to get to the answer, and then I'm going to show you how to prove that one of these isn't the answer, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's write down our original number, 15,300. I'm leaving off the comma because I don't want it to get in the way of the decimal. Now, I have a decimal, but we don't see it. But if there's no decimal listed, it's always right there. Okay, it's always at the end, unless there's another decimal in there. So in this case, we only have 1. And I need to move it. According to the rules, I need to have a number in the range of 1 to 9 and then a decimal. So that decimal needs to go right here. So I need to move it 1, 2, 3, 4 places. Okay? So now I have this number 1.53, and I'm not going to add these zeros on there because we're trying to make this simple. And the whole idea of scientific notation is to take a really large number or a very small number and make it easy to read and lessen mistakes that are made by trying to read a whole bunch of zeros. Okay? So we have 1.53 times, I'm just following this rule, times 10 to some exponent. So what is the exponent? The way that I like to look at it is, right here I've got $1.53. And up here, I had $15,300. So how do I make sure that somebody else knows I got $15,000, not $1.53? Okay, that means I just have to say, okay, how many decimal points do I need to move the decimal in order to get back to 15,000? Okay, so I've got my 1.53, right? But I want 15,300. So I need to move this four places. And that's what goes right here, that 4. 10 to the 4th is 10,000. So I'm basically multiplying 1.53 times 10,000 to get back to my 15,300. Okay? Which gives us this answer C. Okay? Now, if you wanted to go the other way, if you want to look at answer D is 1.53 times 10 to the -4. If I want to write that as in its original form, then I've got to take the decimal that I have, and because it's negative, I'm going to move it to the left 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put zeros in here and put the decimal here. So that number started out as this, 0.000153. So it's a very small number. all right, between 0 and 1. Okay, I hope this helps, and I will see you in the next one.